Today, by popular request, we're going to learn how to play the acoustic version of my song Triggerman, a song that was inspired by how my girlfriend felt triggered every time we were in a car together at a drawbridge, even though I apologize and her car insurance covered it anyways. But basically, it is 3 different parts, and we're tuned down a step because apparently that's what I do nowadays. And I think it's a good lesson in using alternative chord voicings and dynamic strumming. So basically, the first part sounds like this. So it starts out with an A minor 7 chord, and technically since we're tuned down a step, this is going to be a G minor 7 chord in real world terms, but we're going to still talk about it as if it were in standard tuning. So I'm thinking of A minor 7, my middle finger's on the 5th fret of the low E string, and my ring finger's grabbing the 5th fret of the D string, and my pinky's grabbing the 5th fret of the G string. Now, that's not it. We're also grabbing the open top 2 strings. The beautiful thing about the key of C or the key of A minor, the relative minor of C, is that you can have the open strings accompany you and help you out and kind of do a lot of the heavy lifting of the chords. So altogether, we'd get a big open sounding A minor 7-ish chord. And I think part of the cool thing about the way this is played is it is incorporating root notes in a 3/4 pattern. So what I mean by that, if we're counting it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you'll notice the strumming is pretty dynamic. I'm hitting the 1 pretty hard on that downbeat. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. So you can think of it in 6 to 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6. And the way I'm doing it is I'm hitting, again, just that low E string the first time. And then I'm working my way to the top of this chord. So what I mean by that is I'm dynamically hitting I'm aiming for the D and the G strings and getting the 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and. So it's a lot of, I don't want to say busyness, but a steadiness in the right hand. And you can tell on every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, on every 1, if we're counting to 6, I'm really kind of hammering home on the low part of this. And I'm working into the bigger downstroke. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, and 3. So it kind of gives that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 type of feel. Kind of an alternating thing. But with the inside of those measures filled by the middle of this chord. Okay? So after that, we're going to move to this C major 7 chord voicing. So it's really my ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the E string, pinky's right behind it, 3A, and then my middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string. And every now and then I'll add a hammer on from the middle finger. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And I'm still kind of doing the same thing as before where I'm hitting the low 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but sometimes I'm adding back and forth from A, 2 times each, C, back to A, to what you'd think is a different chord, but no, it's just a different voicing of a C major 7, which is 8 on the E string, skip the A string, 9 on the D string, 9 on the G string, 8 on the B string. Same thing as before, hit the root note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all together, the verses, muffled in my pride, continuing to suffer, just back and forth between an A and a C, a very open nature one because I'm getting the higher strings in there, and then an A and a higher C. Higher voiced C major 7, okay? And that'll take us to kind of the breakdown, I guess pre-chorus if you want to call it, which a lot of this is the same as in the electric version. The verses not specifically, the verses had more of like a riff. But if you want to learn that, definitely check out the lesson on how to play the electric version. Now, this part is the same as the electric version. Okay, so we've got that root note, which we're thinking of as an A, the note's a G, to its octave. So I'm jumping from the 5th fret of the E string to the 7th fret of the D string. And I'm kind of getting just an alternating 1, 2, and 3, and slide to the next fret. So I'm going from 7 to 8, and then my pinky's grabbing the 9th fret on the G string. And then the second time, I just come back. So 5, 7, 8, 9, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 7, 8, 9, 5, 7. And then that fourth kind of part around is root, octave, open E, down, up. The second time, everything is the same. And then I'm kind of getting a big open dissonance here. I was really just kind of have a chord with my ring finger on the 8th fret of the D string. My pinky is adding what would be its flat 5 to kind of make that dissonance, and then adding all the... And then switching the 9th fret of the G string to the 7th fret of the G string. Now the first time through on this, we go back to the verses, but we just hang on an A minor 7 for a minute. All I'm doing is taking that voicing, sliding to the 7th fret, and then grabbing the root note of the chord, the octave of it, and its minor 3rd, the 5th fret, on the G string, and just kind of playing it as a chord that'll bring me into the next part. Alright, now the second time that this part happens, we're going to go into the third part of the song, which I guess is the chorus, and it sounds like this. And they're really just suspended chords, which is really, I love the sound of like this voiced suspended chords with some of the open strings kind of seeping through, right? Got the 5th fret on the A string, power chord, 7th fret on the D string, 9th fret, that kind of gnarly reach right there on the G string. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6. I'm gonna swing my pinky up to the 8th fret of the A string, drop my pointer finger down to the 5th fret on the G string, and now I've got this major chord voicing of an F major, kind of like a C major shape all the way just down here. So I'm kind of swapping the suspended chord for a major chord, which is keeping, you can see it pivot around my ring finger, right? That's what's anchoring this D suspended to this F major. Really good exercise to kind of try out. And also too, it keeps me in line for the next suspended chord on the A, the 5th fret. 5, E, 7, A, 9, D, then down a step to the G. And again. Then back to the A minor 7 part, right? So we have 3 parts. We have the verse, which is just A minor 7 chord voicings, alternating with C major 7 chord voicings. Then we have the kind of riff. And then we have the suspended part chorus type thing. And then into which is essentially the breakdown from the electric version. If you haven't checked out the electric version, I will link you to it. Please check it out. It took me a long ass time to make that song and write it. But that breakdown is actually probably my favorite part. It happens in the middle of the electric version. I kind of wanted to throw it like tribute to it at the end of this. It's really this kind of cool. You can call this like a sweep, a rake, whatever. Sounds awesome if you just put your pinky on the 12th fret of the A string, and we're gonna go down a string, back a fret. So we have 12, A, 11, D, 10, G, 9, B. All I'm doing is I'm getting the root note there on that A, and then I'm kind of sweeping, kind of having my pick hit the string as my fingers pull back. And then when I get to the B string, 9, 10, 9. Then up a string, 10, 9, or yeah. 10, 9, 10. 9G, 10D, 9G, 10D. Then the second time. 10, 12, 13, 12, 10. I want to resolve it there, but it wouldn't be a Sean Daniel song if it didn't resolve weirdly with this guy right here. So we have kind of like the melody I'm going for with a there, but that's going to be on top of this chord, which is open A, 7D, 8G, 9B. Create that dissonance, that mystery. What is this song really about? Is it over? Is it a happy ending? Is it a sad ending? No one will know. I will never tell. The song isn't actually about me trying to jump a drawbridge in an automobile. I'm going to keep that one close to the vest right now. But basically, that's how you play the song. Please, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments section, Instagram, Twitter, the website, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot.